So I'm doing this video, feeling that's the last video. They tried to stop me. They tried to destroy me. They tried to destroy me spiritually. They tried to stop me and to destroy me physically. They tried to destroy me emotionally. They tried to destroy me financially. And they tried to destroy me socially. But here I am. From my first video in 2006, in the beginning of YouTube. Here I am now. They try from many ways to shut up this message that I bring from that time. But I'm here today to say, for the last time maybe, I don't know, what it means. So for the ones who doesn't know me, I'm Marcelo, but I'm known as MC Jesus, Jesus Copyright, MC Jesus Copyright, Mac Jesus, and some names like this. But I started on the web as Jesus Copyright because at the time I was a missionary. I always had these features, but my beard was longer. And people used to call me Jesus and I didn't like it. Because how can you call me Jesus? What's that? And then God showed me that it was legitimate to be called like that if I put a name along with it that show my faith in Jesus Christ. And then I put copyright. It means, okay, you can call me Jesus because it's a kind of approach to talk about Jesus, but I'm not him. And then copyright is like, okay, if we copy him somehow, just like it says in 1 Corinthians 11, it should be in the right way. That's why I put copyright. Everything that's copyrighted is taken from an original. So that's why. And then all these years from 2006 until now, many things happened in my life since I adopted that name. And as I said in the beginning, they tried to destroy me in many ways. And why that? And the answer, I won't take long. The answer is in 1 John chapter 4. That is the difference between the Spirit of God and the Spirit of Antichrist. So everything in this world is promoting the Spirit of Antichrist. Even inside the churches, even between believers, even between Christians. And I'll show you how. And I'll show you why they try to stop me all this time. Well, in 1 John chapter 4, it says the difference between the Spirit of God and the Spirit of Antichrist is the Spirit of God recognized Jesus as someone that came in flesh, okay, flesh and blood. The Spirit of Antichrist recognized that Jesus came as a spirit. And why this difference? Why this is so important? I'll tell you now. You know the feeling of the disciples that lived with Jesus, was touching Jesus, was being fed by Jesus. You know what was their feelings when Jesus resurrected, walked with them, and then went to heaven. To heaven, skies, okay? And their feeling was like, we want have him and see him again. That's what we want. We want to touch him again. Just like Thomas said too. So that was the feeling of the disciples when Jesus left them. Because Jesus, that's the point now, you're going to understand. Jesus, he went as an astronaut. Oh, an astronaut. How can you mix? What's an astronaut? He's someone that leaves the earth and go to the space. Okay? So he went as an astronaut. And if today, nowadays, an astronaut leave the earth, what people want the most is to have him back, to touch him. Okay? And what happens is, Jesus, he said, I will come back. But surely, as it says in Thessalonians, he won't step in here, okay? He will come just because the earth is compromised at that point, and it will be a place impossible to live, and he will come to rescue the ones who believe in him. So there's no vengeance or whatever. There is justice, you know, that is like, okay, you believe in me, you want to come, let's go, you know. And that's the feeling of the real Christians, okay, to see Jesus again and to go with him, to touch him again. And why I'm saying that the Spirit of Antichrist is everywhere nowadays, in the world and especially in the churches, because people, they use Jesus in their lives more like a guru that gives them confidence, gives them all sorts of good feelings, you know, and that's all. Nothing more than that. So what they are doing is living the spirit of Antichrist. Because if you just go to the church and you find comfort in Jesus, but it doesn't make you talk about him as a real person that you want to meet again, and it doesn't show to others this reality, because many people in the world knows Jesus nowadays. Many people, billions of people, okay? But they know Jesus as a spirit. That's the truth. And this mostly because all the churches, they are not focusing on the right things. They are showing this Jesus, this is spiritual Jesus alone. Because yes, Jesus is spirit, you know, he left the Holy Spirit. But he's not just this, okay? He's a spirit because he communicates. Yeah, you can feel in your heart when he talks to you. In the sense, yes, he's spirit, but he's a real person that's somewhere in the universe. So he's physical. He's someone just like me and you. And if you don't understand that, it's just like you are lost in your metaverse. That's the reality. Because that's what a metaverse is, no? You have a whole world where you live, you have everything, whatever you want, you have it there. But then you just get disconnected from the real world, the real people. And that's a big thing. So the truth here today is, if you that is called that are called a Christian, if you are not spreading Jesus as a real person that will come, that you're gonna see him in the eyes. You see his expressions, okay? You touch him, you hug him. If you don't spread Jesus in this way, in all your possibilities, for a child, from a child to an elder person to understand in their own language, if you don't show in this way, you are not being a Christian. That's the truth. So be aware of it. In everything that you do, in everything that you hear, everything that you watch, pay attention to those things. And yes, talk about it. If you don't do that, you're not being a Christian, and you will not be saved. Okay? So that's my message. That's why they try to stop me all these years, because as MC Jesus Copyright, I'm just showing to anyone, to everyone who wants to understand, or even though they don't want, they will understand, because it's straightforward, you know. And what is straightforward is that I'm preaching the concept of meta Jesus. What is meta Jesus? Is that Jesus Christ represents himself. He doesn't need no one to represent him. Okay? And the fact that I'm MC Jesus Copyright, it means just that I'm multiplying that concept. Okay? The concept that, okay, Jesus represents himself. I recognize that he represents himself. So, and I recognize that he is my Lord, that I'm at his service. So I'm a master of ceremony for his coming. I'm trying to be like him, you know. And more we do that, more we'll look like Jesus. But we need to do this difference. We need to show that Jesus Christ is representing himself. You know, that's the big thing. And that's what, in the whole history, the churches, from the beginning, they tried to destroy Jesus, putting themselves in place of him, to say that they represent him. So nowadays, today, I tell you, okay, I am MC Jesus, I'm Jesus Copyright, but I'm not alone. If you believe in Jesus Christ, you are Jesus Copyright. You are MC Jesus, or Mac Jesus, that means Son of Jesus. You know, that's the thing. That's what you need to do in your life. If you are not like this, if you don't spread this truth, you are not being Christian. So that's my message. Hopefully you understand that, and you broadcast it, you share it, you comment it, you discuss it. Yes, if you have questions, discuss it. If I'm there, I can discuss with you. Any point from the Bible, from the logic, just bring it. And let's make this thing be discussed. You know, if it's good or not, you will know by the Spirit of God, testing the spirits, just like saying 1 John 4, and discussing and spreading the truth and making the truth wide. So have a great day. God bless you.